In this video, we're going to be going through what was and wasn't revealed at the Hasbro panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Hey there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bosk's Bounty video. And as mentioned in the intro, we are going to be going through the reveals at the San Diego Comic-Con Hasbro panel. Now, obviously not too much was revealed in the way of Black Series and the Vintage Collection. We're going to go over that shortly, but at the end of the day I don't think we can be too disappointed or surprised that that is the case, because obviously they did kind of warn us about that at the Celebration panel, that basically because of Force Friday and all the new Star Wars properties that are going to be coming out at the end of the year, with the Rise of Skywalker, the Mandalorian and the new computer game, you know, basically they're under wraps a bit. They can't really, or they're not allowed to reveal too much about characters and spoilers, etc., about what's happening in those properties. So we do have some information though. Obviously we did have the Sith Trooper revealed in the Black Series line, so he was revealed before the actual con started, and you know, he was shown off again in that panel. So apart from that, they did go through some of the figures that we know we're already getting in the Vintage collections, such as the Skiff vehicle and the Skiff Guard 3-pack. In terms of the Black Series, they did actually reveal a new figure. So the one that was the fan vote, which is the Luke Dagobah, so basically he has been revealed, and they just showed some prototypes and how they're constructing that figure. And it's got to be said, you know, he looks like a pretty good figure, that one. Now they did also reveal some Black Series helmets. Obviously they did show the Luke Skywalker one, which we already knew we were getting, but they did reveal a very nice Boba Fett helmet, and this apparently is going to be the most detailed helmet that they have ever made for the Black Series. Got apparently the most paint apps ever made, so it's even got a working rangefinder. So, you know, these helmets aren't really something that I would potentially go for, but I know people do like them, and, you know, Boba Fett was probably the most sought after or most wanted helmet. So, you know, Hasbro are finally making that for the people that do like that sort of thing. Now, earlier on in the panel, before they moved on to those helmets, they did actually reveal some new figures for the Galaxies of Adventures line. So they admitted that basically this line's doing pretty well for them, and it's a way of getting the children or the kids involved in Star Wars. So obviously you've got the show that's on YouTube on the Star Wars Kids channel, and we've already had some repacked figures in that line. They come in those little tubes, but they have revealed that they're going to be actually making some sort of more animated style figures, and they will be slightly larger than your 3.75 inch figures. Apparently they're going to be about 5 inches tall. You can see some pictures of them here. You can see that ultimately they're going to be fairly articulated, and it looks like they're going to have some kind of feature for each one, such as C-3PO's leg falls off, and Han Solo reaches for his blaster, and I think Darth Vader does some kind of like force swoop thing. So definitely figures for the kids, these ones. Probably not my cup of tea. I might pick a couple of them up if I see them in the shops, maybe on clearance or something. They're not something that I'm going to go out and buy on day one, but all in all they do look pretty good, and at least they have actually gone to the trouble to actually give them some half decent articulation. So just go through the images here. You can see the Darth Vader that I mentioned there. We've got the Chewbacca, the Han Solo, the C-3PO. Yeah, so not too much was revealed at today's panel, which is a little bit disappointed, but to be honest it was expected. Something that did come out, a little soundbite, was that the retro collection's been doing very, very well for them, and they are going to be continuing that in the future. So that's good news for some people. I haven't even got wave 1 of that yet, but apparently wave 2 will be available before the end of the year. Moving on to the Hyperreal, so they did announce a Bespin Luke Skywalker, which looks pretty nice. So he is in that slightly larger scale. I believe they're 8 inches. He's actually going to be available to pre-order this Saturday, and will be available on sale for delivery in 2020. He looks pretty good. You know, again, these are sort of more premium figures around the sort of 60, 70, 80 pound mark, and you know, again, it's probably not something that I'm particularly interested in or I'm going to pick up. I mean, I even struggle to sort of get involved with the Black Series. I much prefer the 3.75 inch figures. But again, you know, if they look pretty good on display, then, you know, I might have to pick them up. Now obviously today could have been a lot more exciting if they, you know, perhaps revealed some of the figures that aren't going to be in the new properties. So, you know, maybe some of the OT figures that we kind of know that we're going to be getting, or they're rumoured that we're going to be getting, like the Jawa, or maybe the X-Wing fighter. You know, it would have been nice if they'd at least revealed something along those lines. But at the end of the day, we can't have everything, and it is a little bit disappointing. But I apologise, I can't give you any more information than that. That is all that came out of the Hasbro panel, or that I'm interested in anyway. So if you like this video, drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And just to let you know, this weekend on Sunday at 9 PM UK time, we are going to be doing a live stream. So this will be my first live stream, so I hope you all can join me for that. It's going to be really, really good. We're going to go through some of these things that we've seen today and hopefully speculate on some of the things that we might find on Force Friday. Alright then guys, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.